So coming off of last month's SummerSlam WWE pay-per-view event, I got every single match and almost every single outcome right. With this pay-per-view of Night of Champions, these are just a little bit harder to predict. But here they are, my predictions for tomorrow night's WWE event, Night of Champions. Hey, what's up and how's it going, everyone? Well, I'm so glad that you have took your time to spend with me right here today on a special installment on the MRB Wrestling Review Show. These are my predictions for the Night of Champions pay-per-view event and the kickoff match on YouTube and WWE.com. As a tag team turmoil match, you have the Primetime Players, the Usos, Tons of Funk, the Real Americans, Jack Swagger and Antonio Cesaro, and 3MB. And what this match is a gauntlet style match, so two teams will battle it out first, and then whoever wins that match, another team comes out, till all the teams are in. And I think what may come out of this match is the Primetime Players winning this match, because I think, this is the right moment for Darren Young and Titus O'Neil to get that push, to get to the level of facing the tag team champions. Basically because, with Darren Young coming out, they've been gaining momentum. For that reason, I'm going for them for this match. And on top of that, when they do face the tag team champions, The Shield, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, I won't be surprised if the Primetime Players do win this match, because I noticed that the WWE does things too soon, and I understand that, because is this too soon for the Primetime Players to be tag team champs? Of course. And is it too soon for the Shield to lose the tag team titles? Of course. So the WWE will probably have the Primetime Players become the new tag team champs, which I'm not sure if that may happen or not. But my prediction is that the Primetime Players win the turmoil match, face the tag team champs, The Shield, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, only to have them be derailed. I think The Shield retains their tag team championships at Night of Champions. Speaking of The Shield, Dean Ambrose will defend his title against Dolph Ziggler. And the issue I have with this is that Dolph Ziggler should either be competing for the World Heavyweight Championship or defending the World Heavyweight Championship. So that's the problem with Dolph Ziggler. His career has basically gone downhill. And for that reason, I think Dean Ambrose retains his U.S. Championship. And to add a little interest, Dean Ambrose could actually benefit from winning over a former World Heavyweight Champ. So at least something good will probably come out of this match. Hopefully Dean Ambrose does win. Also, the Divas Championship will be on the line in a fatal four-way match. AJ Lee defends her championship against Natalya, Brie Bella, and Naomi. And given the circumstances with Natalya being in the show Total Divas and not using her the right way on Raw and SmackDown, for that reason I think AJ Lee retains the Divas Championship. And for the fact that AJ Lee is the face of the Divas division, and let that continue for as long as possible. Also, Alberto Del Rio will defend his World Heavyweight Championship against Rob Van Dam with Ricardo Rodriguez in his corner. Now, the interesting thing about this is that I think Ricardo Rodriguez will be the deciding factor in this match. And with that being said, Ricardo Rodriguez costs RVD the match. Alberto Del Rio retains his World Heavyweight Championship. And he'll probably go back with Alberto Del Rio because it just works out better that way. You know, they came in together. And I think if it's the right way to go as well. With Ricardo Rodriguez going back with Alberto Del Rio. Now with Damien Sandow with the Money in the Bank briefcase, I don't see him cashing in anytime soon within the next few months. I think Alberto Del Rio's title run will continue until someone beats him, and then Damien Sandow cashes on whoever beats Alberto Del Rio for the World Heavyweight Championship. But on Night of Champs, RVD is not the guy to do it. Alberto Del Rio retains his World Heavyweight Championship. Also at Night of Champions, it's a 2-on-1 handicap match. CM Punk will face Curtis Axel and Paul Heyman. Not only it's a handicap match, but it's an elimination handicap match. And with that being said, I think we're going to see a new Paul Heyman guy. Ryback is a guy that needs help on the microphone, of course. Odds are it might be him, but I'm leaning towards a possible return of Mason Ryan. I think the outcome of this match is that that Paul Heyman guy, whoever it may be, comes in and takes out CM Punk before CM Punk gets a chance to get his hands on Paul Heyman. So what might go down is that CM Punk beats Curtis Axel, but before he tries to get his hands on Paul Heyman, that's where the Paul Heyman guy comes in and destroys CM Punk. I think that scenario, that angle, might actually work for that match. So let's see what happens tomorrow night at Night of Champions. And the main event, Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship. And I am 50-50 split on this match because, like I said before, WWE likes to do things too soon. Daniel Bryan winning the WWE Championship could be considered too soon, considering this big mountain to climb, this huge storyline for Daniel Bryan to get to the top. So I won't mind Daniel Bryan winning the WWE Championship because the fans want that as well. And I don't mind a screwy finish. If Daniel Bryan does lose, I do not want to see Randy Orton defeat Daniel Bryan in a clean victory without any outside interference, because that would just derail Daniel Bryan's momentum. For that reason, I think if Randy Orton would to win this match, would be about shenanigans. And I think that the Triple H Corporation will come out and interfere. Big Show will probably come out and interfere and cost Daniel Bryan. They could go that angle, or just the Shield coming out and costing Daniel Bryan. Either or is fine with me, as long as if Daniel Bryan does win, he gets a clean finish. If Randy Orton does win, he gets a screwy finish. But I think I'm leaning towards Randy Orton having to defeat Daniel Bryan in that, screw job sort of way, just to continue the storyline and to let the audience know this is a huge mountain to climb for Daniel Bryan, because he will get the biggest payoff out of anyone right now in the WWE. And those are my predictions for tomorrow night's pay-per-view event, Night of Champions. I am your co-host for the MRB Wrestling Review Show, Mike McRock Wilson. Get plenty of rest and always do your best.